Hello friends, in this video we will talk about pH and buffers. Okay, first pH and then buffers. So first, what is pH? What is pH? pH is nothing but negative log to the base 10 of H plus. You are seeing that. What is the normal body pH is 7.35 to 7.45. So if it is less than 7.35, acidosis, greater than 7.45, alkalosis. Okay, so this is briefly about the pH. Now, what is the relation of pH with the pKa, our acid, base? It is going to be related by our Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. That is, please remember this equation. It's very important. When we do acid-base balance related numericals, it will be very helpful. I want you to register this formula forever. pH is equal to pKa plus log of base by acid, or in place of base just put salt. That's all. Okay. And one more, please remember this point also. It will be based on the law of mass action. What is this law of mass action? Is the ratio of the dissociated products by the undissociated reactant is constant. Please remember this statement I told you just now. And the equation I'm going to tell you, please note it down and remember it throughout your lifetime. Ka is equal to H plus of A minus by HA. Okay. So that was in general about the pH. Now what are buffers we will see. Anyway, this pH and buffers we have dealt in biochemistry, but still let me explain the details once again. So what is this buffers? Buffers are solutions which can resist change in pH when acid or alkali is added. Simple. What is a buffer? It's going to maintain the pH constant. There is no upper niche. Okay. It will be exactly 7.35 to 7.45. Okay. Irrespective you add acid or alkali. Okay. So what is comprising a buffer? Let us see. So two types are there, weak acid and conjugate base, or you can call strong base. No problem. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. We can see the weak bases. We can have the converse also. We can have the converse. For example, let's take one example. Okay. Just remember only one example out of these three, that is this. Carbonic acid by sodium bicarbonate. That is the bicarb buffer. Okay. Is this a ECF or a ICF buffer? Tell me your answers in the comment section. I repeat the question. Is bicarb buffer an ECF or a ICF buffer? Okay. Let me know your answers in the comment section. So let us see with buffers. We have the bicarb, phosphate and protein buffer. So this is to show you the bicarb buffer. So we have a weak acid, that is carbonic acid, and the conjugate or the strong base, bicarbion. Okay, this is how the dissociation is. So this is based on the law of mass action I told you in the starting. So what is, just think about the statement I told you in the starting. This statement we are going to apply for the bicarb buffer. So what it will be, Ka is equal to H plus into bicarbion by carbonic acid. Okay. So this will be the dissociated products. This is the undissociated reactant. Okay. Now let us apply Henderson-Hasselbalch equation to this buffer. So what will have, pH is equal to pK plus log of bicarbion by carbonic acid. Okay. So substitute pKa 6.1, bicarbion as 24, carbonic acid as 1.2. So if we substitute all of this, we'll get, this will become 20. So log 20 is actually 1.3. So I'll tell you how to get 1.3. It's very easy. So there's little bit of mathematics. Let me explain. So there's a formula, log AB is equal to log A plus log B. So 20 should be written as 2 into 10. Okay. So log 2 plus log 10. Log 2 is 0.3. Log 10 is 1. So 1.3. So at this juncture, I would like to suggest you to learn the values of the log 0 to log 10. Please remember that basic values so that if you get any kind of a situation of log, you can solve it. Okay. So anyway, the sum of this is 7.4. That means this buffer becomes effective at 7.4 pH. Okay. And this buffer is important for a phenomenon that is the alkali reserve. So alkali reserve is effective buffering of the H plus ions so as to maintain the pH constant or to bring in the homeostasis in the body. Homeostasis is also meaning pH. Okay. Please remember that point as well. Okay. So what is the other thing important in alkali reserve is to maintain that ratio of 20/1. That is why alkali reserve. Okay. So two things. One, that is to maintain the pH constant. Second, to maintain the ratio of 20/1. Okay. Next is phosphate buffer. So phosphate buffer has a weak acid, triphosphoric acid, and conjugate base, that is the hydrogen monophosphate ion. So I'll tell you the dissociation what is happening. So trihydrogen phosphate will dissociate into dihydrogen phosphate. Okay. And then di will dissociate into mono, that is the monohydrogen phosphate HPO4 minus. Okay. So the monohydrogen phosphate breaking down into H plus and phosphate ion. Phosphate will have a charge of -3 here. Here it is -2, here -1. See, the ionic charge is increasing, right? Basic chemistry. So what will be the representation for this buffer? If we substitute in the Anderson-Hasselbalch equation, this one. Na2HPO4, disodium monohydrogen phosphate by monosodium dihydrogen phosphate. Okay. And another thing we have to notice is that the pKa is increasing. You can see an increase in the pKa. Okay. So let's apply to Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. So take the pH as 7.4. Here take the pKa as 6.8. Okay. Let this be aside. Okay. Don't worry about this value. So 0.6 will be the result. Okay. So anti-log of this value will be 4. Okay. So the ratio of salt by acid is 4/1 compared to that of bicarb buffer, that is 20/1. Okay. So let us see the last one, protein buffer. Okay. So what is the structure unit of protein? Let me remind you, that is the amino acid, right? So this protein buffer should depend on amino acid. What is the amino acid present in hemoglobin? Is this not protein associated with the hemoglobin? Is not hemoglobin a protein? Definitely yes. So what amino acid will be associated here? Histidine. So what it should depend on? The dissociation constant of the imidazole of the histidine, which is having a pKa of roughly 6.7. You can take 6.1 also. There is no issue in that. Okay. So protein buffer will depend on the amino acid, histidine, its imidazole, its dissociation at a pKa of 6.7. Okay. This is the point. References from where I took the pictures. That brings us to end of the video. So thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.